Did DNA just solve one of America's most haunting child abduction cases? This is a chilling mystery of 6-year-old Morgan Nick, who vanished from a Little League ballpark in Alma, Arkansas, in 1995. For almost 3 decades, her case has remained one of the most heartbreaking unsolved disappearances in U.S. history. But now, a stunning new DNA connection may have finally cracked this cold case wide open. It was the evening of June 9, 1995. The small town of Alma, Arkansas, was alive with the sounds of a Little League baseball game. Families filled the bleachers. Children laughed and played neighbor. It was a kind of summer night that felt safe, ordinary, and innocent. Among the crowd was 6-year-old Morgan Nick. She was there with her mother, Colleen Nick, enjoying the game in the warm June air. Around 10:30 p.m., Morgan asked her mom if she could catch fireflies with 2 other children. Colleen hesitated. She had a bad feeling, but she eventually agreed. Morgan ran off, her laughter echoing into the night. Minutes later, the other children returned. Morgan did not. Witnesses would later recall a suspicious man near a red pickup truck, a man who seemed out of place, watching the children. And in the space of a few minutes, Morgan Nick vanished. The search began instantly. Police scoured the ballpark, fields, and roads. Flyers were printed. The FBI was called in. Morgan's face was suddenly everywhere. Colleen made desperate pleas for her daughter's return, her voice breaking but unshaken in determination. Investigators released a composite sketch of a man in his late 20s to early 30s, medium build, mustache, connected to a red pickup truck. That vehicle became the most infamous clue in Arkansas history, but every lead led nowhere. Morgan's disappearance quickly gained national attention. Her case was featured on America's Most Wanted and Unsolved Mysteries. Vigils were held every year, and Colleen refused to let her daughter's story fade. She founded the Morgan Nick Foundation, an organization dedicated to preventing abductions and supporting families of the missing. She became an activist, pushing for stronger child protection laws. Over the years, several suspects were considered. One name stood out: Billy Jack Lincks, a convicted child molester from Alma who drove a red truck. He was arrested on unrelated charges and sent to prison, where he died in 2000. For years, rumors swirled about his involvement, but police never had enough evidence. Other theories emerged: that Morgan was taken by a transient predator passing through, or worse, that she was trafficked into a wider network. Each theory was terrifying. Each one ended in frustration. The red truck became a ghostly reminder of unanswered questions. But through it all, Colleen kept fighting. She never gave up hope that answers would come, no matter how long it took. Nearly 3 decades later, those answers finally arrived. In late 2023, investigators announced a major development. New forensic testing was performed on evidence collected years earlier from the red truck linked to Lincks. With technology that didn't exist in 1995, scientists were able to confirm what investigators long suspected. Fibers and material from Lincks' vehicle were tied to Morgan Nick's case. The DNA evidence connected him directly to her disappearance. For the first time in 30 years, law enforcement publicly stated they believed Lincks was responsible, but he was already dead. Justice in the courts would never come. For Colleen, the news was bittersweet. It brought answers, but not her daughter. Relief, but also devastation. The community of Alma reacted with grief and anger. Anger that it had taken so long. Anger that Lincks would never face trial. But there was also relief. Relief that science had given Morgan a voice after decades of silence. Morgan's case is more than a crime story. It's a symbol of resilience, a lesson in why evidence is preserved, why families must never give up, and why DNA has become one of the most powerful tools in solving cold cases. It is also a reminder that behind every headline is a family who still aches, who still hopes, who still remembers. So did DNA just solve the Morgan Nick disappearance? Maybe not entirely. Morgan has never been found. The full truth of that night remains locked in the past. But the DNA evidence finally gave us a name, a face, a direction. And as long as her story is told, Morgan Nick will never truly be forgotten. What do you think? Do you believe Billy Jack Lincks acted alone, or could others have been involved? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Dark Dossier for more deep dive investigations into America's darkest mysteries. Because these stories deserve to be remembered, and the truth deserves to be told.